So I'm really glad to share our experience and our joint journey that we had with Sirocco and specifically with Scout. First use case, what we were looking at our 2018 when Bayer was acquiring Monsanto, we had actually two organizations that were doing business, right? Across supply chain, you can imagine that this is quite a challenge because you actually want to deliver the customer with all the products that you have, but you have different ways of working. You have different systems, different processes, different physical supply chains. So for us, it was really one of the key challenges is really to look into how can we bring those two worlds together. So some of the challenges we were actually seeing was basically that we had a lot of processes that were documented or not documented that were just done in a way that it was growing over the years. We had different teams, but also applications mayhem. So we have more than 3,000 applications that are used where we even don't know, if that's really something that we still need. We had a lot of overlapping systems, dispersed data. So you can imagine if you bring two huge companies together, you see that you have still the legacy systems and the legacy data sets, but they need to be somehow integrated and made visible. There is also a strong change fatigue, and we had a lot of people that were joining the company, but also leaving. So there was a lot of challenges, specifically in the years 2020, 2022, not to mention the pandemic of COVID. So that was really one of our business challenges that we said, okay, we might have a business continuity that was under threat. So why we use Scout is actually to identify first and have a better understanding of cause and effect of our end-to-end processes. Where do they start? Where do they end? Who is involved? What applications? What teams? How many transactions? How many applications we are using? So that we can also document our processes in the new reality. But that also helped us to identify where does process optimization make sense, and also where do we have automation potentials, just looking at the as-is. So what we've done, and some of the outcomes in Bayer North America product supply business, we were identifying a set of opportunities. So we identified RPA opportunities, right? So there's a lot of potential, like we're talking here about 20, 30,000 hours per year that we can actually automate only by doing RPA. We also identified, okay, we need to rewrite and redesign our best practices and our SOPs, specifically the trainings, right, to train our employees. It is not just about automation. It is about training. It is about raising the awareness. It is about education. We had an optimization and a standardization landscape that we were able to build, and it helped us as well to enhance certain systems because we saw the same transaction in different organizations were used for different purposes. So why not learning from each other and seeing that to generate a certain outcome, you have to do certain system enhancements, but always with the big picture in mind to look into how can we achieve a higher standardization, harmonization, but also then automating. And this is also what we identified. We said there is not just one technology that we can use, but there is a set of technology. There is a technology stack that we can use fit for purpose. So sometimes a dashboard is much more meaningful and much better than automating a poor process with Excel and PowerPoint through an RPA. So these were all the insights that we were getting so that we can streamline on one hand our application landscape, simplify and harmonize our procedures, and then ultimately use the right technology to automate it so that we can enhance the employee experience as well in our organization. We are using Scout since 2018. We have deployed it across 40 countries. We are especially proud that we were able to do Scout as well in countries with a very strong data protection and data privacy law, such as France and Germany, where you also have works councils. So we are able to do that as well in those countries. We've mapped more than 500 procedures. We have more than 1,000 colleagues. And as you see here, we did standardization, application optimization. We have enhanced our employee experience, the customer experience, and also automation. So our ROI, it is quite good. So we have more than 100 million ROI that we have identified through the data sets with Scout, and the journey is continuing.